Just days away from an historic vote that could increase your sales tax to fix our roads.
We have been reporting for months now the state lawmakers failed to pass a tax and instead passed it off to us. Now, is that leadership? Plus, 4 out of 5 lawmakers won't say if they support this $2 billion tax increase.
Yeah, so we're going to find out. 7 Investigator Jim Kiertzner standing by live in the newsroom with the startling results of this new survey and what he's doing from here on out. Jim?
Yeah, Stephen and Carolyn, we have 148 state lawmakers up in Lansing. A dismal 31 of them responded to the Associated Press and reporter Dave Eggert. That's why we're calling this prop flop with a question mark. This wall has all 62 state lawmakers for Metro Detroit. This is the big scorecard. Take a look. Only these few telling us and the Associated Press where they stand. This means no on the sales tax. This means yes. For the rest of these, all big red question marks. In fact, 19 of these lawmakers voted to put this on the ballot for you, but they won't tell us where they stand.
I think all the elected officials should stand by any vote that they take, whether it's for their constituents or against, and say why they're doing it. And I think that's the problem with our country these days, is no one wants to take a stand.
The vote next week is to raise the state sales tax from 6 cents to 7 cents on the dollar. That would raise $1.2 billion for roads, but also another $800 million for railroads, schools, local governments, and give low-income people a tax break.
I'm a no because there's so much in this bill, a proposal that's going to the polls now, that it's disingenuous to try to make people try to understand this, let alone figure it out.
The campaign to get the issue passed has been led by Governor Rick Snyder, who admits the proposal is not perfect. Noticeably absent, state lawmakers campaigning with him.
I think it's elementary of them to ignore the fact that voters have a right to know where they stand. They were elected to lead the people and make decisions on their behalf. So I think it's pretty irresponsible for them not to come forth and say so.
Think they're afraid?
Yes.
If voters say no next week, lawmakers would be forced to come up with a plan B. Some new lawmakers who did not put this on the ballot are taking a position.
This is a very big issue, and it's going to affect us all in the state and as our economy as well. They have to be sure how they stand on these issues.
Now, we've been making calls to the state lawmakers all afternoon, and we are getting some positions. Harvey Santana from Detroit, a state representative, says he supports this, as does Macomb County State Senator Steve Bita. We also have 2 new updates since we were on at 4:30. Alberta Tinsley Talabi, she's a state rep from Detroit. She says she supports it. And right over here on our wall, State Senator Mike Kowal from Oakland County. His office says he supports this. There's several more check marks about this. I'm going to make it easy for you. If you're one of these state reps or state senators, you can email me. It's very simple, jimk@WXYZ.com. Plus, they're back in session tomorrow. We're going to go to Lansing to get some answers before you vote next Tuesday. Live in the newsroom, Jim Kiertzner, 7 Action News.
Wow, maybe they saw your wall, Jim, and started calling in, you know?
Fair enough, Jim. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you again tomorrow on that one. And a reminder, we are now just 8 days away till that May election where you will vote on whether to approve Proposal 1. You, of course, can count on Action News and WXYZ.com to bring you up-to-the-minute coverage on May 5th.